Welcome to Fantasy Football with the Dork and the Dude.
I'm the Dork.
And I'm the Dude. And I'm the Clown today. Welcome.
Okay.
All
Dude,
right.
I'll give you the floor. You're in the clown mask. So.
Okay, it was close, but the Dork beat me by one game. I went 6, 7, and 1.
7, 6, and 1 here.
Yeah, and so I'm wearing the clown mask. It wasn't a good week for picking all the games for me, but it was a good week on DraftKings, baby.
Okay.
How about you, Dork? You place any bets this weekend?
I had picked KC on Monday.
Right.
And
you laid money down?
No, I picked them in our little contest.
Right.
And what saved me Monday night, I went the opposite way on a gut feeling and did a Philadelphia under parlay and cashed in for about $40 on a $10 bet.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit a couple of bets on that game going with Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I had Philly on the money line, and then I had some prop bets.
And I'd like to thank Travis Kelce for the fumble and MVS for the dropped touchdown.
Big time. It's, yeah.
And that's how the whole week was. With the exception of, I want to say, Jacksonville and Buffalo, which were blowouts.
Right.
Every game was close. Every game could have gone either way.
No doubt.
And a lot of them had fluky plays that played into it, or why didn't they kick the field goal there situations. And, yeah. I was telling you before, I wouldn't feel bad, or I wouldn't feel too good if I went 12-2. I wouldn't feel horrible if I went 2-12 the way that week turned out.
I hear you. But yeah, you beat me, Dork. I'm coming back hard at you next week.
I know you will.
Okay,
now get rid of the clown mask and let's.
It's a little uncomfortable, but for $3.99,
for $3.99, you can't beat it.
What do you expect? Okay, yeah. Let's get our gear going here.
Turn back into the Dude.
Turn back into the Dude. We're wearing our winter caps now. Okay, because there's a nip in the air, isn't there, Dorkster?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so go ahead and cover some of your best bets that you felt good about or not so much there, Dork.
I had a slow start. I went all in on Carolina over Dallas. They did not cover. I went all in on the under. That one missed by half a point. Loved Miami minus whatever, but the Raiders played them tough. I got that one wrong.
Right.
Houston pushed, and the Houston-Arizona over missed. I did finish strong, though, in the later games. Green Bay Chargers, I had the under 44 by 1 point.
Nice.
I had the Niners, I got them minus 12. I guess it went up to 13.5 on Sunday before the game, so they technically didn't cover, but for the purpose of our contest, they did.
I missed out covering by a half point on that game. It was brutal.
Minnesota plus 2, and that covered by 1. And then KC and Philadelphia under 45.5, which covered fairly easily.
Nice.
And on our side bets.
How'd we do?
You had Baltimore minus 3.5 against Cincinnati. You
Boom.
won that one. I had Cleveland against Pittsburgh straight up. I won that one, so we're even Steven.
Yeah, Pittsburgh should have won that damn game, man.
They're a mess.
Cleveland's a mess too, but that was a frustrating loss for me. I didn't bet them money-wise because I'm trying to stay away from them. So
that's a wise move.
Is that all you got from last week?
Yeah.
All right, Dork, let's get right into it, man. We got 3 games tomorrow, 1 on Friday. We're going to cover our dudes and our Dorks. Give me some quarterback dudes.
How about Dak?
Why not? He's been a dude for a month.
He's been a dude. He wasn't as good last week, but I think they're going to blow Washington out, and I think he's going to be a big part of it.
Well, I heard some interesting stats. I don't remember the exact stats, but the bottom line was that Dak underperforms on Thanksgiving, fantasy-wise, and he doesn't cover the spread very well. But Dallas usually wins.
See, I heard a couple competing stats.
Okay.
One was...
Wait, we got to get a little dork alert.
Oh, God, here we go again. Dork alert.
It was something like 7+ point favorites
Yeah.
on Halloween.
You mean on Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving,
Halloween was a month ago, Dork.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting my holidays mixed up. On Thanksgiving,
Right.
I'm not sure since when, but 23-8, the big favorites.
They cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Against the spread. And
that's a nice percentage.
However, Dallas, the last 5 years, hasn't been great. I think they've covered just once on Halloween.
Right.
So take that for what it's worth. I think this is a slightly different Dallas team we've seen.
And Washington's
better.
Washington's terrible.
You never know what you're going to get with them, but I don't think they can run with Dallas.
Okay, I like that.
And yeah,
that's a good call.
Okay, I also have Matthew Stafford against Arizona, because Arizona
is a dude.
Yeah.
I don't really like that one, but I can see it.
I got three of them. Three quarterbacks I love, but they're obvious dudes. But I think they should have good weeks, and that's Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and C.J. Stroud.
Wow, you're really sticking your neck out there, Dorkmeister.
I'm just saying, I prefaced it with everyone's going to start them.
I hear you.
I also like Gardner Minshew against Tampa Bay.
That's a nice sleeper.
Yeah, good sleeper.
Okay.
Also, Jordan Love tomorrow might be a decent sleeper. That offense is, I wouldn't say they're cooking, but they're competent again.
They seem to be, but here's the problem, and we'll talk about this more on betting.
Yeah.
Green Bay. Wide receivers are banged up. Aaron Jones isn't going to play.
Musgrave is out.
Musgrave's out. They got nobody.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get annihilated.
Who's all out on the wide receiver end?
Let's see here. Well, my boy Reed is questionable. Watson, is it Watson? I don't know. Check the goddamn injury report, Dork. I can't fucking lay all this shit out for you.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, they're banged up. And they're going to have dudes probably on the practice squad starting.
Catching passes.
Catching
Jordan Love's dimes.
Okay, which I think...
Siri, can you show me the Green Bay Packers injury report for tomorrow?
There you go, Dork.
I found this on the web.
What do you say, Siri?
Okay, I'm working on it now.
Anyway, I got golf versus Green Bay because I think they're going to blow them out.
Okay.
I've got my boy Brock Purdy versus Seattle.
Okay.
What's it say there, Dork? Wide receivers.
They got Reed.
Reed, yep, I mentioned him.
Dontavian Wicks.
Wicks is hurt. He's like their number 3 now.
Christian Watson.
Watson.
Had a limited practice.
Yeah, they're all banged up. I think Dobbs is the only dude there that's healthy.
A.J. Dillon had a limited practice.
Yeah.
And we know
Jones looks like
Musgrave is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why.
There you have it.
Okay, I've got Purdy versus Seattle, and my sleeper is Dobbs versus your Chicago Bears.
Josh Dobbs.
Okay,
I actually have Fields down.
Okay.
Because they're letting him run again.
I can see that.
Dobbs, I could see that too. I mean, that's
he had a little down week last week, but I think he bounces back.
That's a game I can't really get a handle on, but that's it for me.
Me too. Okay, running backs. Give me what you got there, Dork.
I got a few of them. Ford and Hunt for Cleveland against Denver.
I got Ford.
They could not stop the Vikings running backs. It was Sunday night, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to stop these cats.
That's for damn sure.
I actually have your guy, King Henry.
I do too. In fact, here we are, week 12. Derrick Henry's playing Carolina, the best matchup he's had all year. If he doesn't do jack in this game, he's on the goddamn bench. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I've ever benched King Henry other than for injury. He better do it. He better have about 125 yards and 2 TDs for my ass, or I'm going to have to bench him because I got other dudes that are getting hot.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'm with you on Henry. I got him, too.
I kind of like your guy, Jaylen Warren.
I'm starting him.
Yeah.
Over Bijan.
Because their running game is starting to heat up.
It is. And the dude can take it to the house.
Yeah. Um, Williams for Arizona, I have as a dude, or not for Arizona, for
Rams?
the Rams against Arizona.
Kyron Williams.
Kyron.
It's Kyron.
Kyron.
I don't know where he came up with Kieran.
I'm not good at pronunciation.
I
I got Isaiah Pacheco against Vegas.
Got him.
I got Tony Pollard against Washington.
I can see that.
And Swift against Buffalo.
Yeah, Swift's playing well. In fact, I can't believe in the second half of that game last week against KC, Philly didn't run that dude 15 more times. He was chewing them up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I've got Henry.
What do you think of Ramondre Stevenson against the Giants?
I almost put him down. He should be a dude.
You know, the Patriots are so fucking weird. I
They
just
are.
don't know what to
But
do
if
with them.
he's like Henry, if he can't do it in this matchup, he can't do it.
Yeah.
So I'd be plugging in Ramondre.
Okay.
Wide receivers?
That's all I got. Let's go WRs.
You got it.
Continue picking on Washington here. I got Brandon Cooks. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb's a must-start at this point.
I got Cooks as a sleeper.
Yeah. Zay against the Chargers.
Zay Flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut him a couple weeks ago. He ain't performing. It's a great matchup, but I ain't seen Jack, although he should have had a touchdown.
He damn near had a 70-something yarder to the house Monday night.
Yeah,
on
bad throw.
A phantom holding call.
Well, and a bad throw by Lamar, too.
Yeah. But he took it all the way, and there was some goofy call where, of course, the announcers, you can see it where it happened there. I didn't see anything.
I hear you.
Okay.
But I could see this is another great matchup for him, and if he can't do it against the Chargers secondary, he's you might as well cut his ass like I did.
Cut his fool ass.
Yeah.
I got Pittman Jr.
Got
against
him.
Tampa Bay.
I think he's going off.
I got DJ Moore.
Oh.
Life is good for
what
him
a
with
surprise.
Fields. Hey, look what he did. Touchdown, damn near 100 yards
I hear you.
last week.
No, they're playing good together.
Puka Nacua against Arizona.
Yeah, he's questionable, but it looks like he's going to play.
Oh, okay. And I got our guy Jordan Addison.
Oh, yeah. I got my boy Brandon Ayuk. He just keeps on going.
Against the Seahawks? Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. And I had Pittman and I had Cooks as my sleeper. Okay, let's go tight ends. What you got?
I got a lot of them, actually.
Do it. I only have
a lot
one.
of tight ends that I thought, this cat's a good play.
Okay, let's hear
Good
it.
situations. First, we've bashed him. We hate him. We've done
A hatchet
job on him. But David Njoku has a hell of a matchup against Denver.
I can never say that that's a good pick.
Okay.
Just when he has a great matchup and he's starting to roll a little bit, he's going to have one catch for 8 yards.
He might. You don't know how this
And
is going to
next
go.
week, if that's the case, I'll do a hatchet job on the fuck.
Uh-huh. Okay. And with all the voodoo here, our disagreements on him just might curse him.
Well, this voodoo's putting me in kind of a surly mood, shall we say?
Is the voodoo being directed back at you?
No, but just control.
I told you shouldn't mess with things you don't understand.
No, but I will admit that controlling things like voodoo takes its toll a little bit on you.
Gives you a God complex?
Well, no, you have to put in your psychic energy along with them.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't understand this shit, Dork.
No, I don't.
Okay, so you don't believe in luck either, so there you go.
It's more complicated than that, but the listeners don't care. And our viewers.
Yeah, they do, because the listeners either believe in luck or don't. Most gamblers, most fantasy players do believe in luck. And so our listeners are the
My
majority.
point was you can't force luck. You can't, use
You can't
voodoo.
direct it?
You can't direct it.
Oh, yeah, you can. I'm doing it. Watch it happen.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later, Dork. I know you're
Said the guy who was wearing the clown mask.
I know you're skeptical
Start
of
of
the
the
whole
show.
voodoo thing and everything, but
The whole supernatural.
yeah, you don't believe in the supernatural, but
No.
that's okay. Teach his own.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyways, more tight ends.
go.
McBride against the Rams.
He's an every week must start.
Schultz against Jacksonville.
I wrote him down.
Freiermuth against Cincy.
Don't like it.
Ingram against Houston.
That's probably a good play.
Kyle Pitts against New Orleans.
Yeah, I wrote Pitts down.
Back on my good side, Cade Otton against Indy.
He's got a good matchup.
Every day start, but I was on a roll writing names. Or every week start, but I was on a roll. Dalton Kincaid.
My boy!
And Isaiah Likely against the Chargers.
I got Likely. And
Okay.
if you lost Andrews and you picked up Likely, whether you had him or not, you got to play that cat this week against the
Okay.
Chargers. Okay, defensive dudes.
I got a lot of them. There's a
Go.
lot of them I kind of like. Dallas is an obvious start, but
Well, they're the number one fantasy D. Give me something else insightful there, Dork.
Green Bay, their defense has been solid
It
all
has.
year.
I like
and,
that pick.
Jared Goff threw 3 interceptions against the Bears, so he could be going into sort of a slump.
That was on the road, though.
No, he did it at home against the Bears. That was in Detroit.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he didn't play well, but he usually bounces back from those games.
I got KC. I got both Minnesota and Chicago.
I got Minnesota.
New England against the Giants.
I got them too.
I never know. I'd have to be desperate to play them in any situation right now. But
There's desperate people out there, Dork.
there's desperate fantasy players out there.
There's a dude in Frankfurt, Germany right now that watches our show that's desperate.
I got Miami just in case. Tim Boyle isn't the answer.
That's a great play.
Pittsburgh against the new quarterback in Cincinnati.
I'm playing Pittsburgh
And
this week.
Denver, it's a young quarterback.
I almost put him down, but that
So
Denver
I put
D's
Denver
coming
down,
on, man.
And the Denver D's coming on. They've gotten 10 turnovers in the last 3 games. That is driving their winning streak.
They're unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I almost put Denver down. Is that all you got?
Yeah, who you got?
Well, you already talked about them. So let's move on to Dorks. Give me some Dork quarterbacks, Dork.
Russell Wilson
What?
against Cleveland?
He's on the tear.
No, he isn't.
Okay, I can see that. I didn't put him down, but
I got Geno
I-
or Drew
well-
Lock if he plays.
yeah, that's obvious.
I got Goff against Green Bay.
I had him as a dude.
I know. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's just because you hate Detroit.
I don't hate Detroit. I was on them as early as anyone last year.
I know, but when we were watching the game last week, you were pretty disappointed when in 4 minutes they scored 2 touchdowns on your Bulls.
Not surprised, but it's no reason for hate. That's a good. I know that's a good
That's
team.
every reason for hate.
Okay. And pump the brakes a little on Tua. I don't.
I
see
got him as a
having
dork.
Great game against the Jets.
I got 2 as a dork and another integrity pick. Both my quarterbacks. Herbert's going to be a dork.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
I think Herbert might be okay.
That Baltimore D's tough.
Baltimore D's tough. I get it.
Yeah, so I got temper expectations on Herbert. I think Tua will be a dork, and by a dork for Tua, that means he throws for 238 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I'm thinking Miami comfortably wins, but it'll be close and low scoring. Say 17-10.
Yeah, I was going to start Tua on Friday, but I switched him out for Herbert just because I think there's a chance Herbert can run one in for me.
Yeah.
He's got 3 rushing touchdowns, Herbert does. Tua, 0.
Mm-hmm.
And in our league, that's important.
And it's a big game for the Chargers. I mean,
Oh, it's do or die.
it's kind of do or die weekend. So
Yeah, there we go. Okay, you got any more?
no,
Okay, give me some running back dorks.
Cook from Buffalo against Philly.
Okay, I can see that.
Alvin Kamara. Let me get the hatchet out.
But you do a hatchet job on him on a weekly basis.
I know, and I'm loving every minute of it.
I can see that.
My latest pickup, Zach Charbonnet. He's going up against the Niners, and I'm just thinking it's not a good situation for him.
Well, I'm kind of curious because I almost put in a claim for Charbonnet. And then I looked at the schedule.
Yeah.
And you can't play the guy for 3 weeks. I think he plays the Niners, Dallas, and the Niners.
And then the Eagles.
And then the Eagles. You
Yeah.
can't play him for 4 weeks. So
Well, we'll see.
That's
We'll
why I
see.
didn't pick him up.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how
And
they
in
use
4
him.
weeks,
Walker will be
Walker
back.
will be back.
Walker might be back next week.
He might be. So, yeah, I feel sorry for those people that picked up Charbonnet and then they looked at the schedule and go, what was I
No,
thinking?
I knew the schedule, but I wanted him.
Yeah,
He might
okay.
be a good guy to have.
Well, if he could explode.
And then
He's high risk, high reward.
another dork is Khalil Herbert. It looks like it's more and more going to a committee there.
I saw you cut him.
Had to cut someone, and I kind of wanted to de-Bears my team.
I think that was a smart move.
It just, there's too many of them on my team. And
I hear you. You were too heavily invested, and which means you have boom or bust weeks.
Yep. And then Javonte Williams.
I got him.
Against Cleveland.
Yeah, I got Javonte. I got another one for you. This will be a shocker, maybe.
It might be.
Mostert versus the Jets. They're going to bottle him up.
Yeah. The Raiders did okay against them. They're runners. And the Jets are a very good defense.
There's no A-Chain. There's no Ahmed. There's,
They barely have more touchdowns than one cornerback for Dallas. But
that's
they
true.
do have a hell of a defense.
Yeah, so I think Mostert's going to be a dork.
Hey, yeah, you're probably right.
Wide receiver dorks.
Sutton against the Browns. I know he's been on fire, but
he's been almost scoring a touchdown a week.
That ends this week.
Okay, I see that.
Dotson and McLaurin against Dallas.
I don't know, because Washington's going to have to air it out. They're going to be playing from behind. Somebody's got to catch that damn ball. And Howell's been throwing for over 300 yards a week.
He has.
Now, Dallas is tough. But
Dallas is tough.
I don't like that.
I got Devontae Adams against the Chiefs. They shut down receivers real well.
Yeah.
And I got Ridley against Houston.
Okay.
Because him and Kirk just seem to switch off who has a good week, who has a bad week.
Okay.
Or who gets more targets, I should say.
I hear you. Okay.
That's all I got.
I got the Sun God versus Green Bay tomorrow.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. And then I got Waddle versus the Jets.
Okay.
Waddle's one of the biggest disappointments in fantasy this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jets are going to shut that fool down. That's all I got. Tight end dorks. Give me one dork.
I just got a couple. I got Kittle against Seattle.
God, that guy's on fire.
Yeah, Seattle shut him down.
I don't think so.
And I got Higbee against Arizona, if anyone's even still starting.
No one's starting Higbee.
But I'm kind of loving all the tight ends this week. So.
I got your boy Laporta.
A dork?
Dork.
Okay.
Which means he's probably going to get like 42 yards, no score.
Could be.
Okay. Dork defenses.
Baltimore.
Got him.
New Orleans.
Yeah, you're doing your New Orleans hatchet job.
Atlanta's going to run the ball a lot.
I can't argue with that. The problem is that you said Atlanta's going to run the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that have to do with?
Well, there's not going to be as many opportunities for sacks for
if they can run
plays.
The ball. New Orleans is tough against the run.
Nah, they're so.
Okay, watch. The best way to get to New Orleans, especially.
I smell a side bet coming on that game. So.
I'm not betting on New Orleans anything they do.
Okay, and the Jets are my last dork D.
Marshawn Lattimore's out for New Orleans, and that secondary suspect. So
Desmond Ridder could go off.
Well, I would throw. And they're at home, right? And Ridder plays better at home.
In Atlanta.
Okay, I had Baltimore versus Chargers like you. I got Philly versus Buffalo.
Okay.
Dork.
I can see that.
Although they played KC pretty well.
Other than the turnovers, Buffalo's offense has been very good.
It has.
And Philly's D, you can move the ball on them.
Especially in the air.
And KC did. They just didn't close, you know.
Because
the fumble and the
receivers have hands of stone.
They're terrible.
Yeah. Okay. That was our Dudes and Dorks. You've been watching and listening to Fantasy Football with the Dork and the Dude. It's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and let's just take this opportunity to say where they can find us, Dork.
iHeart, Stitcher, Amazon, Google, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on Twitter at Dork and Dude FFL.
That's it. We'll also take this opportunity to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving out there.
Yeah, enjoy the day. And just a shout out to everyone who's working tomorrow. I just want to say we appreciate your efforts.
I heard that. Those people in the airports, those people, whatever they're doing.
Baristas serving up coffee.
The Amazon guy delivering
Amazon
packages
guy
out of his
delivering
car.
out of his truck. Yeah, we appreciate you.
I hear you. Okay, so we're going to pick every game. There's 16 games, no buys this week. Betting-wise, I've already got a lot of action down. How about you, Dork?
Nothing.
Okay.
There's some I'm going to put down, but I'll probably wait till Sunday when the line's real bad.
Did you replenish your DraftKings account?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Unless I'm a complete disaster, which is possible, I should be good at least through the Super Bowl.
Sweet. Okay, Dork. Let's take the first game starting tomorrow morning. Green Bay plus 7.5 versus the Lions. The over and under is 47.
At Detroit, I'm taking the points because I like I not necessarily like the Packers, but in a division game, getting 7.5 points, I'm going to take the dog.
I'm taking the Lions in a blowout.
Green Bay, I think, like I said, their offense is on a decent run.
They're hurt.
Well, we'll see.
That shit matters.
Yeah, but Watson was limited practice. Dobbs is playing.
Jones is out.
Sounds like they have their best receivers going.
Dillon's banged up.
Jones has been useless all year.
They activated some worthless running back off the practice
squad.
You don't
know that he's worthless. This could be his breakout game.
$10. Let's see. The spread is 7.5, right?
Yeah.
How about I'll give you 7, Dork?
No. I don't want to bet this game. It's too random. I'm just taking
the
points.
Okay. So you don't feel good about Green Bay.
I don't feel good about them, but I don't feel good about laying that many points with Detroit.
Okay. How about the over-under? What you take?
I like the over. 47.
I like the under.
Okay.
I don't see how Green Bay's going to score. Okay, next game, Dork. Washington plus 12 versus the Cowboys. Over under 49.
Cowboys over.
So we've got one. Now we have two differences. I'm taking Washington in the 12.
Okay, why?
Because Dallas is 1-4 in the last Thanksgiving games covering.
Okay. I think this is a different Dallas team.
I don't.
This just smells like a blowout to me. Washington coming off just a terrible loss. And now 3 days later, they got to go to Dallas and play. I just don't see them being competitive.
Here's the type of team Dallas is. Just when you think that they're going to start steamrolling mofos, that's when they let your ass down.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
They're frauds. They beat up on the chumpsters, but they can't.
Like Washington.
Yeah. Hey, I'm getting 12.
Okay. No, I get it. I get it both ways. I think Dallas is going to win.
And I think Washington can put up some points if they can protect.
See, my one concern is a backdoor cover by Sam Howell.
Tell me about it.
So
he's going to be chucking it. Okay, I'm taking the under.
Okay, I got the over on that one.
Okay, 49ers.
We're just disagreeing everything so far.
That's what makes life fun, Dork.
I know.
Okay. 49ers -7 versus Seattle, over under 44.
Looked like it moved up to 7.5.
Okay, I got them at 7, I think.
Again, and it had been down at 6.5. Either way, again, division, Seahawks need this. This is a must-win for them.
It is.
At home, I'm going to go with the Seahawks and the points, and I'm going to go with the under.
Okay, there's our third disagreement. I'm taking the Niners and laying the 7.
I can see that, too, because this is a real good matchup for the Niners.
We got Geno or Drew Lock. Walker is out. Who else? Lockett's banged up.
I agree, but
and Seattle's not playing well.
I like a team. Well, Seattle beats the Rams if the guy makes a makeable field goal last weekend.
Who cares?
So
they're not playing well, Dork.
They've been very mediocre lately. Yes.
I mean, you know me, I'm hardcore
Yeah.
Hawks fan.
Yeah.
They're not playing well. They're not, they're not going to beat the Niners. They're not going to stay within a touchdown. Okay. I got the under.
This is a lean. I got the under. We finally agree on something.
There we go. Oh, okay. What do you think, Dork? Miami -10 versus the Jets, over under 41.
It's Black Friday. Again, a divisional dog getting 10 points. Give me the Jets.
I'm taking 41. Miami.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Someone's going to be wearing that goddamn clown mask. Okay. I'm taking Miami and the under again.
Okay. I like the under on that one.
Okay, Jacksonville -1.5 versus Houston, over under 48.5.
I love Houston.
I got them.
I think they're a better team. I think
I do
it's
too.
Going over.
I think Jackson.
They're a better team getting points in a division game at home.
Yep. They can win that damn division. They win this game.
Yeah, this is kind of a big deal for Houston, so I see them winning.
I don't know that. Yeah, I'd bet them on the money line.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, I think they were reading their headlines coming into this year. They haven't lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
And it's going to start wearing on them.
I could see that.
Okay, Pittsburgh -1 versus Cincy. The total's 34.
This is the game. Well, actually, the game I'd get farthest away from is New England and the Giants. But this is second farthest away from.
You and me both.
I have no idea. There's a new quarterback.
I'm not betting this.
The new offensive coordinator. I don't know if Pitt's luck streak has run out or if that's how they roll. I'm leaning Cincy under, and for the sake of the contest, but I have no fucking idea what's going to happen in this game.
So stay away from me, too, for betting purposes, but I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Okay, why don't we disagree on this one, too, then, right?
We just did, yeah. We've only agreed on Houston so far.
Yep.
Okay, New England, -3.5 versus the Giants. Totals 33.5.
I got the Giants, and I'm taking the over on the low.
I got the Giants, too, and I got the under.
Okay. It's just 3.5 points, but again, I ain't touching this game.
How can New England on the road lay 3.5 points when they're terrible? But the Giants are terrible too.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an ugly game. You won't even want to watch. It's probably going to end up being 9-6.
They'll be 6-6 and go into overtime.
I heard that. Okay, New Orleans +1 versus your Atlanta Falcons. Total 42.
Well, you know I'm taking Atlanta.
I know you are.
They're at home. I think the teams are about even as far as ability goes.
They're both coming off a bye.
So I'll take Atlanta.
I'm taking New Orleans, and
Right
I'm taking the under 42.
I got the over 42.
Okay, Tampa Bay +2.5 versus Indy. The total's 44.
Okay, I've had thoughts on this game.
Okay.
And I think when the players realize that their owner is a persecuted billionaire,
yes,
just because of the fact he's a billionaire,
Mr. Irsay,
right, as he was quoted as saying this week.
I hear you.
I think they're going to rally around him and kick some ass.
So that he can dance in the locker room again.
Yeah.
I got Indy and the over.
Seriously, Indy coming off a bye, Tampa coming off a trip to San Francisco, then they got another road game.
I think Tampa's lost 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah, it's just a real good spot for Indy rest-wise. And,
totally.
I think they're the better team anyways.
I agree. Okay, next.
And the over.
I've got, on that, I've got the over as well, Dork.
Okay.
Okay, Carolina +3.5 versus Tennessee.
Another game I hate.
The over-under 36.5. Yeah, I'm staying away from this game.
I'm going Carolina for the sake of the contest because it's 3.5 points.
Right.
And under 36.5.
I'm taking Tennessee and laying the points.
Okay. I might have done that too had it been spaced differently in the group, but.
Okay, Cleveland +1.5 versus Denver. Total 35.
Love Cleveland in this one.
I do too.
Their defense is just real good. Denver is only so-so, and if like with Pittsburgh, as they did with Pittsburgh, if they can hold on to the ball and not turn it over, I think they'll win.
I'm with you.
And I like the under 35.
I got the under as well. Rams +1 versus Arizona. Total 44.5.
Cardinals. I think they're at home.
I'm going Rams.
Win this. Okay.
Although
all it is.
I could see the Cardinals winning this game.
Yeah, Kyler's made a difference, I think, him being back.
Totally. If I bet this, though, I will take the Rams and
Okay.
the point. Probably bet them on the money line, depending on what the difference in the juice is. Okay, KC minus 8.5 versus Vegas, total 43.
Vegas, baby. Just too many points for KC to be laying.
I got them too.
Vegas is playing tough.
They are. I got them in the over.
I took the under, actually, under 43.
All righty, Buffalo plus 3.5 versus Philly, total 48.5.
I took Buffalo because 3.5.
Me too.
I have a sneaking suspicion they might win this game, but you could have gone broke betting against Philly losing this year.
I could see Buffalo winning, but I could also, but yeah, I'm taking Buffalo in the points, and I've got
like
the over. Me too. Baltimore minus 3.5 versus Chargers, total 47.
Chargers over.
I got Baltimore in the over.
Okay, I'm just a team with their backs to the wall. I'll take that at home.
If it was any other team other than the Chargers, I would do the same, but
I get that.
Can't count on them. In fact, I've already bet this and bet Baltimore big. Okay, last game, Monday night, Chicago plus 3.5 versus Minnesota, the total 43.
I'm going to take the Vikings. I'm going to lay the points, actually.
Integrity pick, Dork.
I've been going, the division dog all week, and in this one, I just think Minnesota's better than people are giving them credit for. And
that's for the integrity, Dork.
The Bears coming off that difficult loss, going on the road.
Right. It's a bad spot.
I just think they're going to have a down game.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but
I'm actually taking your Bears.
I appreciate it.
And I'm taking the points because I think Minnesota's luck's going to run out here.
Okay. I like the under, too, by the way.
I got the under as well. Okay, that's it for all 16 games. You got any best bets there, Dork?
Oh, I do.
I know you do.
Dallas minus 12.5 tomorrow.
Don't like it.
Also, I like the, no, that's the only one I have on Thanksgiving and Friday, actually. The rest are Sunday. Houston.
Us gamblers, we like to gamble on Thanksgiving.
I know. I was hoping I liked some of those more, but I don't.
Because
I only threw Dallas in because I wanted a Thanksgiving game in there.
Because if you hit a couple of games on Thanksgiving, you got a nice bankroll rolling into Sunday.
I might throw a little down on Dallas. Who knows?
Yeah, if you feel good about it.
Houston plus 1.5 at home against Jacks.
I bet Houston already on the money line.
Indy minus 2.5 against Tampa.
Okay, I like that.
Cleveland plus 1.5 at Denver.
Okay.
I like the Cardinals minus 1 versus Rams.
We disagree.
Chargers plus 3.5 against Baltimore.
Hate it.
And now some over-unders. Green Bay, Detroit over.
Okay.
Buffalo, Philadelphia over 48.5. Green Bay, Detroit was 47, by the way. And Tennessee, Carolina under 36.5.
Okay.
That's my 9.
Okay, well, here's the bets that I've already placed, and because of my bankroll, I'm not going to place any more till I hit something tomorrow, hopefully.
There you go.
I got Baltimore minus 4.5 versus the Chargers. Is that down now to what?
It's down to 3.5.
Yeah, I wish I would have waited on that, but I felt so good, and Baltimore's on such a roll, I had to just lay it down.
Well, if the price is going down, does that? Oh no, that means they're liking the Chargers a little bit more.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have been better off waiting and getting another point. Okay, I've got Houston on the money line versus Jacksonville.
Love that one.
I got Miami minus 9.5 versus the Jets.
Hate it.
I got, this is my big play of the week, and it's my boys, and why not? Of course, both of them are my boys. 49ers minus 7 versus Seattle.
I don't like that, but if you feel strongly about the Niners, go with them.
Oh, yeah, this was one of my earliest bets. And then I got the Lions at minus 7.5 versus Green Bay.
So you're on, except for Houston, you're on the favorites.
Yes.
Okay. And again, that one I can see, but I'm going the other way just because of the big spread.
Okay. Yeah, the favorites have been, depending on the team, have been good bets this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got anything else before we close it out here, Dorkster?
I have nothing other than enjoy the heck out of your Thanksgiving. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the Black Friday game, and there's some fun college games on too Friday. But make sure you get out and do some exercise too.
There you go. Okay, well, we have this voodoo thing going. The dork doesn't believe, and he gets a little uncomfortable even when I do the segment. But here we go. And if you, well, let's. That's the
Johnny Quest.
That's the Johnny Quest witch doctor.
Mm-hmm.
We got the voodoo dolls. Now we've called in Urulu from McHale's Navy, and he's loaned me his staff.
Fat white guy who played an Islander back in the 50s.
And kicked ass on Captain Binghamton. Okay, so what does all this mean, folks? And why are we doing this? Here's what it means. What is there, 7 weeks left in the fantasy football season for us?
Well, in our league where we, I want to say let's see, there are 7 weeks left, yes.
7 weeks left. Now, a lot of teams, they go into the playoffs. They don't play the last week or two, depending on your format or whatever. But here's the deal. A couple of weeks ago, it became obvious that me and my crew, known as the Voodoo Posse,
that time known as Crackers in a Barrel, but
right, but the Crackers, I had to kick them out because all they did was sit on the porch and, in a rocking chair playing fucking banjos.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the Voodoo Posse now. And so we just had to lay down the law, which is this. There's a curse on whoever's in first place. And this isn't personal, Sonny. This is business.
Mm-hmm.
And this is week 3 of the curse on the machine. Now, the machine has responded to this in different ways, but for the most part, he's not handling it well, and the pressure seems to be getting to him, Dork. So anyway, that's the deal. And I talked to my voodoo buddies, and they said a lot of times that on the average, the curse takes 20 days to set in.
Okay.
And so we're right there. I think
at 20 days, or
yes.
okay.
And so this is the weekend where the machine's going down. Now you're in third. Are you still in third place, Dork?
Oh yeah.
You're in third place, sitting right there. Part of the whole deal is, you don't want to become the target of the curse, but you do want to become the target of the curse because it means you're in first place. So,
I don't care. I don't accept the curse as a thing, and or voodoo for that.
Okay.
For that matter.
I know
I do.
You're an Einstein rationalist.
I do like these cats being here. They add something to the set.
You think? Check out my newest cat.
Yeah, you told me $2 for that at Rite Aid.
Yeah, 90% off Halloween clearance sale.
Yeah. If you aren't jumping on that one, you're missing out, people.
Tell me about it, and it fit perfect. So he's working on it too. So I got the voodoo dolls and the voodoo shaman, for lack of a better word.
Well,
which reminds me, before I forget, Dork, do you remember that Steven Seagal movie where he fought the 2 identical twin voodoo witch doctor cats?
No, somehow I missed that one.
Okay, I'll look it up and I'll get the name and the information. But it was freaking awesome.
Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubt.
Yeah, of course he ends up beating him, and
it's Steven Seagal. Of course he did.
But the voodoo cats, until the end of the movie, when they both got killed by Steven Seagal, were kicking out some serious goddamn voodoo.
Right.
Well, that's what we're doing now. We're going to wrap this up.
Can I say one thing?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Dork.
So I read this article earlier this week.
On voodoo?
No, but it was on Justin Jefferson. This is a completely different thing.
Okay, sure, yeah.
He,
Wait, hold on. The dork was falling down.
Yeah, go easy on him.
Yeah, he's your boy.
He mentioned that his DMs, direct messages, I believe.
Okay.
On
Is
Twitter
that on
Instagram or one of those.
Okay.
Are full of fantasy players asking him to come back sooner.
Right.
Don't fucking do that, people. Okay, leave him alone. You know what I mean?
Well, and he said he doesn't care about your fantasy team.
He doesn't care about your fantasy team.
Okay,
Some players do play fantasy and like it.
Yeah, they do.
Others are more worried about their career.
Right.
The dude's in a contract year, basically.
I hear you.
He's not going to come back till he's good and healthy. Leave him the fuck alone, okay?
Okay, well, you want my take on that, Dork?
Yeah.
Okay, Justin Jefferson, I'm sorry, is a longtime fantasy player. In fact, I first started playing fantasy back in the 80s.
As did I.
I'm sorry, dude. Fuck you. You don't care about my fantasy team? I don't have you on my squad, by the way, but if you don't care about my fantasy team, I'm bringing down the shit on you!
Okay, so if you see...
and this is going to go viral, and I'm sure JJ's going to hear about it, and he'll be getting in contact with us on X, but I'm sorry, man. I understand you're worried about your career. You're in a contract year. Don't bring up fantasy. Just let it go. It's like the owner of the machine bringing up voodoo and shit. No,
actually,
Dork
you
is
brought up voodoo.
No. I brought it up, but he responded. Dork and Corn Pop know from previous years when this shit comes up, you just try to ignore it. You don't respond.
I won the league the year he tried it on me, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, that ain't happening now, Dork, because we've got new and a better version and shit. We didn't have voodoo dolls back then. I just had, like you said, a fat white dude who was pretending to be some witch doctor on a South Pacific island and shit. No, we got the real deal. So anyway, thanks for watching. We will see you next Tuesday.
Made in China.
Yeah, well, they actually moved a voodoo doll maker from New Orleans to China
to design them.
To design them and oversee the production.
Okay, I hope you got a big check.
It's legit.
Okay.
Here we go. We'll see you next Tuesday. We'll be doing our recaps. Happy Thanksgiving. And
happy Thanksgiving, everyone, dude. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Same to you, brother.
And we'll see you next Tuesday. Enjoy the football fest this weekend.
Later.